Hi, Sherry Main back, and welcome to Dartman Grove. If you're a returning visitor, welcome back. If you are new here, please like and subscribe, and make sure you click that little bell icon so you can stay up to date with my upcoming videos. And before I start, you have to overlook the background noise. I am at my daughter's house, the oldest one, babysitting her two babies, my mother and I. So we have a rowdy 3-year-old here and a 1-year-old. He's not as rowdy as the 3-year-old. So what I'm going to do today is do a deck comparison of two different Oracle card decks based on the Daemons. And the first one is the Daemon Tarot from Duplancy's Infernal Dictionary, and the Fallen Angel Oracle cards designed by Nigel Suckling, and these are more based on the 72 Goetia Daemons. I really like both of the Oracle cards decks. There are, of course, pros and cons to both of them. Both cases are very beautifully designed, has a very gothic appeal to them. One thing I like about this box is that it opens from the side, but what I don't like is the cards and the booklet go into this section, and when you're pulling the cards and the booklet out, some of the cards will actually get stuck in between those little crevices, and you have to just kind of pull this insert out and get your remaining cards out. And one thing I love about the Daemon Tarot casing is that it has two different slots where you can split the cards up and put them out like that, and it has these little finger indentions where it's easier to get the cards out. And this one is also very beautifully designed. It has descriptions or pictures of the actual Daemons, and has a little bio here with a sample of the cards, what they look like. The books are very beautifully designed. This one is small, very beautifully gothic look to it. But one thing I do not like about this booklet is that the cards itself, the description of them, they're all jumbled together. And the writing, if you can see, is like probably an 8 or a 10 point typography. And if you have problems seeing like I do, it's going to be very hard to read. And whereas the Daemon Tarot from Duplancy's Infernal Dictionary, I love this book. It's a pretty big book. It's pretty thick. And on one side of the page, it has a picture of what the card looks like. And then it has a very nice description. Tells you a little background story about the entity. And down here it has a little inspiration statement, and then at the bottom it has the divination of what that card can potentially mean in this your tarot spread or oracle spread, to let you know what it actually means in that situation. Both cards, both decks are very beautifully designed, has a very gothic appeal to it. And what I like about this deck is that it kind of reminds you of a very ancient or gothic cemetery. Oh, excuse me. I just had soda, so my stomach's a little upset. The back of the card is beautiful. Kind of reminds me of Astaroth. Or at least it does in my opinion. And the Infernal Dictionary cards, they're also very beautifully designed. The back of them is very illustrated, to say the least. And each card has a description of what that card means, which I really like that. Whereas the fallen angels do not have the description, but it does tell you, like this one stands for change and development. The Infernal Dictionary cards, to me, they're easier to shuffle. Like if you split them up and you shuffle them like that, they're just a lot easier to shuffle. They're not as slick, and they seem to be smaller compared to the 72 Angel. Yeah, they're just a little bit shorter. And if you have smaller hands like I do, these make it a lot easier to handle and to shuffle. These are just hard for me to grasp. Like if I'm shuffling like that, it's harder for me to, they want to slide everywhere. These cards are a lot slicker. They have like a, I don't know if you would call it a wax base. The cardstock is very slick, so it's harder for me to shuffle these. But like I said, each one of these decks has their pros and their cons, but at the same time they're very beautiful. And if you would like for me to review any deck of cards, oracle or tarot, leave your comments at the bottom. And if I have the tarot deck or the oracle deck, I'll go ahead and review it like as soon as possible. If not, I'll have to purchase them, which I'm a collector, it seems, to of these deck of cards. So I have quite a few, but I'll be glad to review any deck that you are interested in. So until next time, I'll catch you later.